Maryland and Governor Wes Moore declaring a state of emergency in the state as federal SNAP food benefits are set to run out November 1st.
Yeah, the governor signing an executive order today and using $10 million in emergency funds as federal food assistance is set to go dark during this federal government shutdown.
A governor's announcement today comes about a week after neighboring Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin also declared a state of emergency for the Commonwealth. He says that Maryland is being hit hard by the shutdown with more than 600,000 Marylanders relying on SNAP assistance.
This is heartless. This is cruel. And this is unforgivable. When the federal government says that you are on your own, in the state of Maryland, we say we leave no one behind.
And joining us now is Maryland Congressman Glenn Ivey. Congressman, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We're glad to have you, Congressman. We're hearing that maybe there's optimism, a deal may get done next week. What are you hearing?
I mean, hope springs eternal, but, first step, the House Republicans have to come back to town. They haven't been on Capitol Hill in 6 weeks, which is ridiculous. Everybody else is either trying to do their job or actually coming in and doing their job in the federal government, even if they're not getting paid. House Republicans have been absent without leave, but still drawing those paychecks. It's not right.
November 1st deadline looms for SNAP benefits. Where do things stand right now?
Well, I was pleased the governor declared a state of emergency. I thought that was the right way to go. The $10 million, I think, is going to help to, shore up food banks around the state. We've reached out to some in Prince George's County as well. Steny Hoyer and I were at one 2 days ago that was targeting federal government employees. The line wrapped around the corner and up the street. So there's a lot of need out there. So we're hoping that we can help, hold this down. But it really is tragic that the Trump administration, they've got the $5 billion to step in for this kind of emergency. Congress appropriated that money a long time ago, but they're refusing to use it. They're using hunger as political leverage in their push to get their bill done. So I think it's immoral and illegal. We've got a lawsuit going in court. Attorney General Anthony Brown's one of the leaders on that. Hopefully we'll win that soon. But in the meantime, we're going to make sure people get fed, and we're going to lean on the Trump administration to either take it from the beginning or reimburse the states after we do it.
You mentioned Governor Moore and also Virginia Governor Youngkin going to go in to tap into those emergency funds, but how long could that last?
Well, no state's set up to do this. That's the reason Congress appropriated that money for the federal government to do it. States play a part, but they're not supposed to be playing this role. That's why the Trump administration ought to be stepping in now with the $5 billion that they've already got. And if they don't, that's why states should be reimbursed later. This is a federal obligation. I appreciate states stepping in to keep people from going hungry, but the Trump administration is completely and legally obligated to be doing this now, and they're not.
You talked about the president stepping in. Is there anything that lawmakers can do to at least address the SNAP concern?
Well, I mean, the problem at this point is the time's run out in some ways. So, even if you passed a new bill, the House Republicans aren't here, and it'd be tough to sign it and move it forward anyway. But, at the end of the day, we've already done it. The money's already in the emergency fund in the Trump administration's kitty. They just need to spend the money. So Congress isn't needed. The governors aren't needed. All that's needed is for the Trump administration to spend the money that we've already set aside for them so that people can eat and not go hungry beginning on November 1.
Congressman will ask questions. Democrats continue to maintain the importance of preventing Affordable Care Act premiums from exploding. Republicans say that they will negotiate after a spending plan is put in place. Why not greenlight the spending plan? Or do Democrats just not trust that Republicans will negotiate in good faith?
I mean, we've been leaning on them about this for 9 months now, literally, since they got in. When they cut the $1 trillion out of Medicaid back in March, we were trying to stop them from doing it then and tried to negotiate. They ignored us and passed it with Republican votes alone. Same thing with the expiration of the ACA tax credits. We were offering amendments to extend those. They voted them down over and over again. But keep in mind, they voted down the tax credit extension, but they made sure they passed the tax breaks for the wealthy, and they did that permanently. So we know they can do it, but we know they haven't been doing it. They need to come back to town negotiate in good faith and we can get this done. They were saying a few weeks ago that they didn't have enough time to do it. That was 6 weeks ago. If they'd been here negotiating this, we could have gotten this done. Really, this really wouldn't take that long. This is just about extending a date. You could probably do the legislative drafting part in about 5 minutes. So it's time to set the excuses aside, time to come back to work, time to get it done.
Congressman, last question, part two. Senate and House members getting paid, but your staff members are not. You're seeing the impacts literally on Capitol Hill. Does that have an impact on lawmakers?
It does for me. I've set my salary aside too. I'm deferring my payment in solidarity with my team here and with the federal workers across the board. But I've got people here that work, here in the Capitol. They live in Prince George's County. They're here not getting paid. They're telling me that it's tough out there for them too. But so far, to a person, they all understand the magnitude of the moment. They want us to stay strong and make sure we get this done, so people don't lose their health care and people don't lose their food.
Congressman Glenn Ivey, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you.